Hello everyone. Welcome to another video tutorial on SQL. In this video tutorial, we are going to have a look at how to install Oracle SQL Developer on your Windows computer. So to get started, copy this URL and paste it in your browser. Alternatively, you can just type in Oracle SQL Developer in your Google search box and select the first URL that is in the result set. So here you have the download section. Similarly, from the URL that I have provided, you can just go to the download section by clicking this download link. It is going to take us to the same page ultimately. So finding the download page for Oracle SQL Developer is not a problem. Just either use the link that I have provided in the video or search it in Google. So let's close one of the windows. So once you are at this page, you need to accept the license agreement in order to download the required stuff. So click accept license agreement. And here we have multiple installable files. So here we have Windows 64-bit with JDK 9 included. So if you click installation notes, it says these are the installation notes of Windows 64-bit with JDK 9 included. It says that this archive includes both SQL Developer and an embedded copy of Java 9 Development Kit JDK. Simply extract the zip to a fresh directory and then run sqldeveloper.exe in the topmost directory. The exe is configured to run the embedded JDK. So it seems that to execute SQL Developer, we need a working version of JDK installed on your system. So I guess the minimum requirement for this version of SQL Developer is this version of SQL Developer is SQL Developer 18.2, and for that we need minimum JDK 8. Okay, because here in all the other installable files we can see that JDK 8 is required. And now there is a JDK for there is a installable file for Windows 32 or 64-bit without JDK 9. So if you are going to download this, you will need to install at least the JDK 8 on your system. So if you have already installed JDK 9 on your system, then you can just go ahead, JDK 8 or JDK 9 on your system, you can just go ahead and download this installation. Or if you want something, if you want to avoid the hassle of installing JDK 8 or 9 separately on your system, you can just go for the first option for Windows. Now, similarly for Mac OS X and Linux RPM and for other platforms, there are installation files which are almost of same size. You can see here, these are ranging from 338 MB to 347 MB. So it means that the code base for this SQL Developer is common amongst all the platforms. Only the code for GUI seems to be different, because it is going to definitely use the GUI libraries of that operating system in order to create the GUI. Otherwise, rest of the code of the connecting to the backend is going to be same definitely. And for all the other installation options, you also need to have JDK 8, but I want to go for the least headache and hassle. So I have already downloaded this Windows 64-bit with JDK 9 included. Okay, so once you click download button or download link, it is going to take you to the sign in page of Oracle single sign on. So in case you do not have an account, click on create account. So this is going to redirect you to a registration page where you have to enter your personal details, and it will send you an email for confirmation. Once you confirm over the email, you will have your Oracle account. Once you have your Oracle account, just type in username and password and click sign in, and it will download the file. It will download the appropriate installation file that you have selected in the earlier option. So in order to avoid the hassle, I have already downloaded the file and it is stored in the download section. Here you can see SQL Developer 18.2.0 183.1748. So basically all these files that we are seeing here, these are all zip files, and these zip files are specific to the operating systems that we are installing them for. So once you have got the zip file in the download directory of your computer, just click extract files using any of the extractor utility. So I'm using WinZip here, and it is going to extract everything. So it is going to take quite a while for extraction. Okay, it seems that the extraction is complete, and here you can see the SQL developer. So this is the directory, and this is the top level directory, and here you can see SQL developer application, and this is the sh file, and this is the exe file for SQL developer. So we are just going to copy this into the location of and place it in the location of our preference, because as you can see, this is in the downloads directory, and I frequently and routinely clean up all the data that I have in the downloads directory in order to make more space available for my programs. So I'm just going to go to D:, and I'm going to go to program files, and I'm going to paste here the Oracle SQL developer directory where the binary for Oracle SQL developer resides. So I'm just going to double click here, Oracle SQL developer, and I'm going to create an icon on the desktop. So if I just create a shortcut on the desktop and go back to the desktop, so here I can see SQL developer shortcut. So if I double click it, it will automatically detect the JDK9, and it is going to take me to the Oracle SQL developer interface. So this is how we install Oracle SQL developer on a Windows computer. So I hope that you find this video tutorial session very useful in understanding how to install Oracle SQL developer on Windows computer. See you in the next lecture. Thanks a lot.